I'm actually looking at hold on, let me just check something. Okay, got it. Now I'm actually looking at currently I'm looking at D30, but I'm not going to start here. I want to actually start by showing us some research I did early this morning. That has actually may actually concern us and may actually influence the direction of price in the market today, this week. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen right now and share the new screen this way. So if you can see the screen, just signify, maybe you raise up your hand, just hand raised. Okay, it will help me get the fact that you are following me. Okay, hand raised, good. Now, I just want you to know that I did a bit of research on both DAX and of course Euro USD as well as USDJPY for today and possibly this week, and this is what I found out. Now, I actually belong to a particular group that kind of like do market analysis online. So in the market analysis we did, we observed that increased profit taking actually took hold of DAX on Friday. Now I'm still looking at Friday's event. I'm going to go on chat, don't worry. I'm going to go on chat to show you what happened on DAX, what happened on Euro USD, name it. But I just wanted to read or possibly take a screenshot of what I have here. Remember NFP where, NFP was, I think, on Friday last week. So it has no bearing on, what happened in the market. As you could see on Friday in the market, a lot of people, were, taking profit and all that. Actually, I was busy. I wasn't trading. I wasn't trading during the event. Okay. But at the end of the day, okay, that's on Friday. Now, it was a very NFP, okay, cause of volatility. That's on Friday. The market was looking for direction anyway, particularly on DAX. Okay, the possibly received NFP numbers will be, reassessed. And of course, what I see personally is that the pressure on there's a pressure on the Fed right now. Okay. The US legal bond market remain very tight. That's the way I see it also. And of course, all these numbers I'm giving you have direct bearing on what happened on the chart. I just wanted to have it in mind. Okay, now Upton and Booking have a strongly influenced, they actually strongly influence the market on Friday. Okay, that's why you see the effect, that's why you see that those volatilities. Now, if Amazon were not 10% higher, both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq would have been very, very down. It was only Apple and Amazon, and of course, actually helped, the markets actually to sustain the weight. Okay, because it's supposed to be a crash anyway on those indices. Now, the consumer cyclical sector appear to be strong. That's the way I see it also. And of course, though it's not. Now, the S&P 500 consumer cyclical sector include Amazon, Booking and Expedia. These three stocks were significantly outperforming and distorting the. That means why you were not seeing a downfall, a catastrophic downfall on, for example, US 100, for example, S&P 500, and some of those, US indices were because of all this, consumer, consumer sector, stocks in the US now. Okay, particularly in Germany, as the German economy remained under pressure, of course, also struggling for a gain. Now, rising energy prices. Now, Chinese stimulus measure could boost that today. That's where I see it. Okay, but overall, I expect further profit taking. Now, if a lot of people take profit, that will continue to crash. But the way I see it, maybe the Chinese stimulus measure could actually boost that today. So you may be looking at, buy limit on DAX. That's where I see it. Okay, if it eventually fell to, I won't advise a straight buy or a downright sell, because where the price is right now, DAX is somehow a little bit to the lower end. That means you may not want to actually jump into a buy right now, or maybe it's too late for you to enter a sell, except if you see the price get back to a resistance zone. That's looking at that. Now, following NFP on Friday, the US really fell sharply And of course, as demand for bond picked up slightly, but yield remained very high. Now, we still want to tighten our hold on gold. Okay, and of course, I see most of you have a better entry point on gold. Now, that's actually, that's if you have a better entry on gold. But if you don't have, we look at gold also. Now, however, spread has increased for most brokers due to the spread actually increased for most brokers due to late trading on Friday. That's speaking of Friday. Now, I expect for today, Euro USD to lose Friday's gain. That means Euro might be on the way up again for today. Now, US labor market data will likely be reassessed, like I said, while earnings slowed. Jobless claims continue to fall. That's what we saw. Of course, a wage inflation remains stubborn. Now, the Fed won't be too happy with today's. That's this week's labor market data. But of course, we want to remain long on the USD/JPY. Okay, so we'll be looking at that's for USD. Only Japanese yen might continue to fall short of our expectations. That's where I see it. But Euro USD, well, I don't see it actually falling further for today. Maybe it's one to actually, that's for Euro, regain most of what it lost on Friday. Now, I'm going to quickly switch to charts. Okay, and of course, we'll be looking at some of these numbers one by one on the chart. That's physically. Now, I know that's where most of you will be interested. That's looking at the chart, looking at my chart. Okay, so I'm going to close some of these things you see on the screen, and of course, show you particularly how I expect all of you. How I expect all of you to analyze my. Let me see if I can mute people. Okay, so I've muted everybody because I want us to pay a particular attention to what I want to show you. Now, depending on the platform you are using, maybe it's MetaTrader 4, maybe it's MetaTrader 5, it doesn't matter. Price is price. It's the same across board. And I understand that majority of us are using phone. So maybe you are joining me this morning with your phone. You still be seeing the same thing. And unfortunately, you may not have this indicator I have on the screen if you're using phone. In fact, you won't even have it because it doesn't work on phone. Now, this particular indicator, even though it's for VIP, it's actually helped me a lot in my decision making. It helped me to know where to buy and where to sell. Now, for example, you can see, like I said already, that I have a limit, order on DAX. Okay, that's because I feel that the price could actually fall to this place. Now, if you ask me, why don't I enter a buy directly? Like I said before, I still see a struggle with the German economy. I don't know if this particular instrument is good enough to actually push to the upside. If you're using a normal trend line, this is what you would have done. You would have most likely do something like this. Okay, subjective, way of drawing things. But of course, that's using a normal trend line. But I don't use normal trend line anymore since I actually, was able to purchase this particular software. That give me a kind of like a particular direction or kind of like an objective review of what the price is doing right now. Now, let me just quickly start this morning by looking at Euro USD. Like I promised, I'll come back for D30, but let's start with Euro USD. So this is my Euro USD chart, and of course, I actually have this indicator on the screen that tells me if it is right for me to buy or sell. Now, I want us to take a critical look at Euro USD this morning. At this 4 hours chart anyway, of course, don't mind me also actually have an indicator, on the screen that's actually is helping me identify engulfing bars. Okay, the job of the indicator is actually to identify engulfing bars for me. If it identifies engulfing bar for me, then I can actually decide if I want to place a trade or not. Okay, since I'm interested in engulfing bars. Now, why do I say Euro USD might, actually go up today? If you look at what I have on the screen at a point in time, you see this green part. Can you see this green part? Okay, that's the MACD. Okay, the one I call X Master Screener. It's actually a MACD, but actually changed to that particular one. When I was actually getting this, I actually got this particular indicator for free. Okay, there's a forum I went to. Of course, it was a giveaway time. Of course, I actually grabbed this, even though I have an idea of what MACD can do. This is similar to MACD anyway, but of course, there's a little bit of infusion. That's the reason why I actually got it, because there's no difference between this and MACD, except for the fact that there's a little bit of modification as to how it works. Okay, so anytime the green part is showing, that's these green bars, it means you can actually be looking to buy. And when the red ones show you can be looking to sell. Now, we see what I see here is kind of like a divergence. Okay. You can see that this particular lower side of this red, this red part is looking like a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so when an indicator is behaving like this, something similar to what it did here. Okay, when it was coming from this left side, let me see if I can just scroll down to the left. You can now see that starting from the left, it started from the small part, and then it increased to a longer bars and also to a longer bars. Before you know it, it started drying up. Okay, the bars were no longer long; they were not as long as it used to be, but it was a very small one. And the green took over. That's the time to buy. Same thing you are seeing here now, again, repeating itself. Okay, so it started from the lower, that's the smaller bars. Of course, increased to a longer bar. And now it's reducing to a smaller bar. And of course, once it shows green, of course, you can also look to buy. Now, even though you may not enter a buy directly until you see some other formations that support a buy. But based on what I have here on this Euro USD right now, I have these 3 moving average indicators on the chart. And of course, the numbers are simple. They are, this one is 6, the other one is 13, and the black one is 21. Based on what this one is telling me, the blue is already crossing above the black, meaning that I can be looking to buy. And remember, these 4 hours, I've actually tested this software, that's this moving average on the chart. So even though a phone user may not be able to use this particular Amstar scanner, but they can use this moving average on their charts. Okay, so this one is telling us that the black is actually currently supporting the price. If this candle close green on the upper side, that's the upper part of the black, you can be looking to buy. In fact, you can even place a buy directly. That's the way I see it on Euro USD. And of course, you might want to go to H1 to actually confirm what I'm saying. Whatever H1 is saying, now this H1 right now is saying that it's not yet time to buy. And you see the red is already crossing below. So it means that it's not yet time for you to place a buy on Euro USD. Now, of course, you can also go down to, I don't want to go down to 15 minutes to confirm if it is time for you to buy or not. Now, this one is also telling you that it's not yet time to buy until this red and the green, this red and the blue cross above the black. Now, you can stay with this 15 minutes for an idea of when to actually place that buy. Now, how do you do it on your phone? If you have these 3 scanners, that's the red, the blue, and the black on your chart. On these 15 minutes, you wait until the two of them, that's the 2 lower ones, the red and the blue, cross above the black. If it happens like that, yes, you can place it buy directly on your chart on Euro USD. As for now, I think it's just stay off because, like I said, we are looking to buy Euro USD. All right. That said, let's go to USD CAD. This USD CAD chart has been showing me signals. Let me just read comment if I see anything there. Look at, okay, nothing. Now, the USD CAD has been giving me kind of like can you see a lot of signals coming in, like an alert telling me that there's an engulfing bar on USD CAD. Now, let me go to USD CAD and see what the engulfing bar looks like. Okay, so the engulfing bar here is actually red, okay, but of course the chart has not closed. Has it closed? This daily bar. What this one is telling me is that right now there is this candle, the red one, actually already engulfed the green one, okay, in range. And of course, because the color is red, it's already alerting me. But because the candle has not closed, I cannot decide. Now, what I see on this USD CAD is kind of like a breakout. I'm going to just change this so that this can give me an idea of what to do. Okay, so what I see on this USD CAD is like a breakout. Okay, on this particular Bollinger Band. Let me just insert Bollinger Band. You can see it. That's our Bollinger Band, right? So this Bollinger Band on the D1 is telling me that the price actually closed above. This is Sunday. This is yesterday. This small candle you see is yesterday. The price, broke out of the upper part of the Bollinger Band. Now, I'll be interested in looking or waiting for this candle to close inside. If it does so, well, I might be considering a sell. Otherwise, I'll stay off on USD CAD. But based on what the volatility is saying on USD CAD, we might be looking at more volatility to the upside of USD CAD. That's a breakout, obviously. So that means that the price could still continue to go up. But nothing lasts forever in life. So I might want, if I'm not on a trade of USD CAD, I might want to pause a little bit to observe what today's candle will be. If it continues to go gray, yes, I may not enter a buy. I'll be actually be waiting to sell this particular instrument. Okay, so what you are seeing here is not actually anything you can depend on, but we can also go to H4 to check what's going on H4. Based on what we have here, I'm waiting for this. I'll be waiting if I'm going to be using H4. Ugu raising up his hand. It's okay. Maybe he wants to tell us something. But based on what I have here, I might be waiting for this line, the upper line, to have an effect on the price. Let me see it reject price. Then I can go in for a sell. Otherwise, I'll go back to H1 and check. Based on what I have on H1, the price is still between the middle band and the upper band. It means that I can still wait until the price gets to the upper band. That I can be looking to sell. Now let me see what Ugu has to sell us. Yes, 16, 13, and 21. I said so. Okay, that's what I use on that one. Okay. What are these people? Period 821 low. Not 8, not 8, 12, and 21. It's actually 6, 13, and 21. 6, 13, and 21. 6, 13, and 21. Period is 6. Let me just write it. Of the moving average for the people that are using phone. You can use this to make money. Okay. 6, 13, and 21. Period 6, 13, 21. All right. So please, everybody, go to the comment section and check the moving average I just dropped. You can actually use it for your own this thing. Now we can look at the AUD/USD also to check what that one is doing. Based on what I see on this AUD/USD, it's obvious that this price actually want to rise. So if you ask me which of the instruments can we buy right now, like buy right now, I will say we should go for AUD/USD. Not EUR/USD, but AUD/USD. I've not really checked the indicators. I'm just looking at the naked charts. But we can actually check it with some of these small indicators. For example, this one. This one is telling us that the price is still on a very narrow channel, but I think it's still good to buy. It's not too late to buy this particular one. Since we missed this particular opportunity, I think we can still jump into a buy on AUD/USD. So all of us can go to AUD/USD. We can use the lot size we want. Okay, use any lot size you want. Any lot size you want. Okay, that is okay for your account. All right. Don't ask me which lot can you use. No, you don't need that. Just use the lot that is comfortable for you. And of course, that you feel that the risk, will not be too much on your account. Of course, place a buy, direct buy. And of course, I'm going to give you the stop loss level that you can use for this particular trade. Based on what I have on this screen, the way I see it, though, the way, my own humble opinion, if this price falls below the zone, I'm going to paint the zone for you. Shape, rectangle. If this price falls below this zone, what do you think the price will do? Will it continue to go down? Maybe. So based on what I have here, if the price falls below this zone, this painted zone, the price might actually continue to go down. So you might want to say, okay, if it falls below that zone, I exit, I hands off. Okay. Why do I say that zone? If you look at this left side, okay, if you look at this left side, you see that the price actually touched that part, and that was the last point of contact before it started reverberating to the upside. And of course, in the coming down, the price came back to this lower level. That's this previous support. Okay, and that's what the price did here before actually going to the upside. So I feel that this AUD/USD might actually rise today. That's where I see it. Okay, that's if you are looking for an instant buy on your chart. Okay, that's the only one I have for now. If I see more, I'll let you know. So you might want to now drag your stop loss to the lower part. For example, you can choose this price. Okay, this price is good enough, 0.64555. So the stop loss price we'll be using for AUD/USD will be 0.64555. Let me just wipe this off, or maybe I can just take another one, new. Okay. I actually don't want to delete this. Let me just do this. Drop this to the lower part and come back up. So the trade we are taking today, today's trade. Okay. Now, AUD/USD is the first one that we are taking. AUD/USD. Oh, okay. Let me just share my screen. Let me share the screen. Okay, so today's trade. Can you see the screen, everybody? I believe everybody should be able to see the screen now. So AUDUSD is our first trade and our stop loss. No, sorry, instant buy. Let me just AUDUSD. Buy. Instant execution. Okay, this is not a penny order trade. All right, now that means your entry price may be different from my entry price. That's what it means. Okay, so if you are placing this trade as you should have placed it by now, your entry price should be different from mine. So we cannot use the same entry price. So do not ask me for what is the entry price. It doesn't, it doesn't make sense. Okay, instant execution is instant execution. Enter at your own price. Now the stop loss, based on what I have on this chart, I'm going to show you. Also, stop loss is, let me just write it out, 0.64555, 0.64, 0.64555. Now, that's for stop loss. Now, I'm going to also show you take profit, and of course, that take profit area, it could be 0.66, maybe 6. Let me just use cross here to check this. I'm coming back to this part. I'll show you how I arrive at those numbers. 66000. Okay, so let's go back to here and say TP is equal to 0.66000. All right. Okay, that's for AUDUSD. Now, why do we take this trade? Let me just add that to this part. Price leaving lower trend channel area. That's the reason we are going long. On H1, okay, on H1 time frame. All right, so that's the reason we are going long on AUDUSD. I hope you guys have taken note of that. Okay, so we now place trade type now. Trade type. Okay, it's an instant buy instant execution. Of course, stop loss and TP is given. Now let me switch to chart so that I can show you what I have for you, why we took that trade, and of course we're going to appoint our stop loss and take profit together. I'm going to switch to chart like so, and of course we can now come back to the numbers we gave. So we said our stop loss will be this price, 0.64555, right? So let's appoint stop loss for this trade. So what I can do if I'm using laptop is to right click. Since I point directly to the trade, right click and click on modify. That's an option. If I don't want to use this option, it will mean that I have to go to my terminal, okay, like so. This is the trade, okay, AUDUSD. Then I will point directly to stop loss. Since the value right now is not set at 0.00, point directly to it, right click and click on modify order. Okay, that's another way of doing it. Or if you're using laptop, it's easy, just double click on this 0.00. Of course, this will come up. Then you can now put the value you want to put. Remember, the value is 0.6455. Is it 555? You said 555. 0.6464555. The TP we said is going to be 0.66. Is that not? Yes. 66000. So now that we have appointed these two values, 0.6455 and 0.66000, we can as well click on modify order. If you're using phone, just long press on the trade and click on modify or delete order. Then you can input the values that like we just did now. And of course, you click on modify. Now, the take profit looks very small, right? It's okay. It's okay even if it is small. But it's not small, right? Now, the reason why we took this stop loss so far away is that if you look at it, it will take longer for the price to get to the stop loss than it will get to the TP. That's another way of looking at trades. it will take longer, right? It will be very long, very difficult for the price to get. That means it will not be easy for the price to get to the stop loss, but it could be very easy for the price to get to the TP. The TP is what we are looking for. You just want to make some money and move on. And of course, if you want to increase your TP, if you don't want this, I think this is about how many pips? Let me just check. That's about 18 pips. If you want more, you can increase the TP. Though it's not advised, but of course you can increase it to even this higher level. It's okay. That's about how many pips? That's about 68 pips. Or you can just do, say, 50 pips, all right? So just come here, click on 500 point and click on copy as. And of course, it could be 66249 or 66000. Depends on what you choose as your stop loss, okay? Or sorry, your TP. So your TP can be anything above, from 18 pips and above. If you don't want to use the value we set, you can use TP from 18 pips or even 10, 15 pips and above, okay, as your TP for this trade. AUD USD set. Now let's go to USD card. Do we have any trade there? Not yet. Let's go to Euro USD. No trade. Okay, so we are beginning to see the prices actually coming green, which is what we are praying for. If it does so, we already have a bullish engulfing candle around here. We might as well buy. And of course, we can also go to another template we can use to check if it is true. We can go to the moving average breakout strategy. I love it. I use it a lot, but based on what we have on H4, nothing yet. On H1, on H1, yes, something is actually brewing. On H1, though, we can actually place an instant buy on Euro USD, and I'll tell you why. Though it's past, I don't think it's necessary anymore. Let me explain. If based on what I have here, I can use this arrow to show you something like this. We have a bullish engulfing candle right there, right? That's this candle. Maybe I can just zoom in so that we can see. So we have this candle as a bullish engulfing candle, and it terminated here. But what we have is that there's a moving average cross already to the upper side. But then after the cross, we have one go back to, I think it's still valid. Somebody sign me out. Who? I wouldn't know the person. I don't know the person, but somebody sign me out. Are you hearing my voice? Are you sure? I don't know. Anyways, so we have a bullish engulfing candle right there. So this candle closed below. Then this one closed inside, this one closed inside, this one closed below. So I think it's still valid for a buy. But this is what would have, this is exactly the point that would have placed a buy in the past. Okay, so we would have placed a buy around this blue line. Okay, that's where our entry would have been. Then we would have taken profit, I'm sure. If I was on this trade, I think on Friday, I should have taken profit after about 40-something pips. Okay, so maybe the price has done what it wanted to do. Maybe it's still going to go back. But if you want to take the risk, okay, you can instant buy also on Euro USD. It's a big risk, but if you take it, of course, it can actually materialize, or you can as well wait until you break this higher side. This higher side, yes, you can actually enter buy on Euro USD. So overall, I think we should just stay put on Euro USD for now. Okay, just to we can hear your voice, but your screen is not showing. Okay, somebody says no audio. A lot of people are saying no audio. Okay. All right, so we continue. That's for Euro USD. So we stay put on Euro USD. Now let's go to things like USD/JPY. Like I said, USD/JPY, I'm actually looking to buy. I've not checked the chart, but we can check it together. Okay, but based on what we have here, even though I'm looking to buy, this is saying I should be selling. No. Hello. Based on what I have on this USD/JPY, the fundamental says I should be looking to buy. The technical says I should be looking to sell. Which one should I follow? Technical or fundamental? This is very interesting. I love this USD/JPY formation this morning. This is a very good one. It's actually give us something that we can work with. On H1, it's something else. On H4, it's something different. Okay, so which one do we follow? H1 is saying hold on. H4 is saying enter. Which one should we follow? Based on what this H4 is saying, I should be selling, really. So between H4 and H1, who should I follow? Who can give me an idea of what I should follow? D1 is also saying buy. Can you imagine? D1 is saying buy, H4 is saying sell, and H1 is saying buy. Can you imagine? Based on what this indicator is telling me on USDJPY, H1 is saying, hold on, don't buy yet. H4 says, please instant execution, sell. D1 says, hold on to your buy. On D1, you should have bought. In fact, you should have made money. On H4, it's a clear signal that the price can go down. Very clear one. I can show you. This is a bearish engulfing candle, the one I'm cycling now. Okay. So, but the H1 is saying, hold on. That's what the H1 is saying. Before you can buy on this H1, you need for this price to come back to this red and go back and break above this upper part. If it, as the price is coming down now, if it touches this red and it bounces, it can actually go up. Based on what H4 is saying, H4 says, Oga, please stand sell. Don't wait. But let's look at something overall. Let's look at the pattern on the chart, since we have the confusion as to what the price can do on Japanese yen. Let us zoom out. Now, I have zoomed out on USDJPY. The price is currently at around maybe 65–70% of the chart to the upside. I can close this so that I can see it. Can you see it? If I divide this chart into 4 parts, where would the price be? Is it on the upper quarter or on the lower quarter? The price is just somewhere, breaking above the middle part. Okay, so based on what this chart is saying, this is what the pattern is saying, this is a very serious one. This price, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, let's analyze something. So right here, price is doing higher high, right? Let's look at it. This is kind of confusing. Price is doing higher high and higher low. Anyway, this is higher high. All these ones are. Let me just see if I just copy this one. This is higher high, higher low, right? That's what we are seeing. The price was going up to this level, right? But then, even at that, there's also what I can see. Let me just use this arrow to show you higher highs. These ones are higher highs, right? Up to this level. After this one, there's this failure. The price refused to go higher here. Okay, but then it started rising again. That's another higher high. And based on this, even the lower one, that's another higher low. Is that not? This one was a lower high, lower low. This one was a higher low, but this one was a lower low. But then the price has resumed that trend right here. This is still H4. Just want us to be objective as to what we can do on Japanese yen. Shall we buy or not? So now we have the continuation of that move. Higher high, higher low. The fundamental says buy. H4 says sell. D1 says buy continues. H1 says opportunity is coming on buy. What should we do? This one is really confusing, even to me right now. So what we can do, what I think we can do, H4 is a very powerful time frame. If you ask me, it's as powerful as D1. It's as much as powerful as D1. But you cannot, if H4 says sell and H1 says buy, I would rather go with H4 that says sell. Now, this candle, this bearish engulfing candle suggests a sell. This breakout suggests a sell also. So if you ask me, I think we should just go with sell. And I'll tell you my reason. If I go with buy, the risk will be higher. If I go with sell, the risk is smaller. Let us say that I go with sell. Please don't place a sell yet. Let me place buy so that you see it. Okay, so I'm going to do, maybe because it is risky, I'll do. Okay, I'm going to do lot size more. Hold on and see what I want to do. I'll place a sell instant. Now, let me see the stop loss. Where it will be. The stop loss should be around here, is that not? Should be around here, or maximum around this upper part. This is the maximum one. So if the stop loss is around here, on 0.01, I'll be risking 16,000 naira. That's a risk. or 0.01, I'll be risking 16,000 on my account if the price eventually gets to me at a loss. Now, if it is profit side, yes, the price has room to go down, okay, up to as much as it. That's about 15,000 profit. Now, let me see the buy part. Let's say that I place a buy. Remember, this is my real account. So let me just click on buy. I want to show you something different. So on the buy side, I'll be risking, let me just check. I'm going to delete the buy. But if I want to take this buy, I'll be risking either this level or this level. This is the lower one. So on the buy side, I'll be risking about 22,000. That's the risk. The risk on buy is higher. That's about 22,000 naira. And the take profit can be very, very somehow, can be very frustrating. Okay, it's not encouraging. All right. So even if the take profit could be somewhere around here, that's about 14,000. So I think I'll go with sell. Okay, let's go with sell. The risk on sell is smaller than the risk on buy. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to close the trade buy on my own. I'm going to close it. I don't like that buy. So let me just accept this 116 naira loss. Move on and stick with sell. So I think I'll stick with sell. Okay, so we can just do sell on USDJPY. And of course, that's our stop loss. And of course, it's what you can even see on screen. So I'm going to go with stop loss of 145, 130, take profit of 139 to 59. So I'm going to share the screen with you. 145, 130. 145, 130. So let me just write it out so that all of you can see it. Trade, today's trade, USD Japanese yen. Okay, so we go with sell. Reason to take trade. Let me just start with that. Reason to take trade. I think it's because of breakout on H4. Price broke below average cross on H4. And that's that one. Trade type. We sell. Instant execution. And of course, stop loss is equal to, I'm going to go back to that so that I can check it for you. Stop loss is actually 145, 130, 145, 130. That's 0.130. And of course, TP is what? 139.259.259. All right, so we have two trades already. We have USD and we have USDJPY. Now remember, these are technical setups that we're having on the chart, and you can see the reason why we are taking those trades. Okay, we are hoping for the best, right, for these two trades. Now we have set them. Now let's go to very fast. Let's go to D30. I just want to show us something very fast. Okay, D30. I'm going to share my screen very fast. Of course, I'm going to pass the. After this one, I'm going to pass the class to somebody else to continue. So let's go to D30 very fast. D30. Okay, so D30. What I have on D30 is simple. I have, oh, really? So the price is actually bouncing up. I actually have a buy limit. So let's go with this buy limit. The price is overlooking a lower channel. Like I said, if the economy bounces well on Germany, the price can go to the upside. Okay, so that's that one. So let's go with buy limit on D30. Buy limit on D30. Our price will be 156,880. Okay, 156,880. What can our take profit be? Anything can be 161. Okay, 14. Okay, 161. 161. Of course, our stop loss will be somewhere around 153.89. 153.89. Okay, modify. So we have sorry, this particular stop loss, I don't think it's too large. I think it's still okay. So we have D30 buy stop. Sorry, buy limit. at 156.88. Please let me write it for everybody to see. 156.88. That's our buy limit price. 156.88. 156.88. Our take profit is 161.14. And our stop loss is 153.89. Okay. So why are we taking this buy limit? It's because the price is overlooking the lower channel. Okay, it's getting close or closer to the lower channel. If it does touch the lower side channel, we expect the price to bounce to the upside. Of course, we'll be on a trade. So let's quickly write that one. I'm going to share that screen also so they can see it very fast, very fast, very fast. Okay, so top trade today, D30. Okay, reason for taking trade. Reason for taking trade is as simple as price falling was price channel. Price channel on H1. Okay, we're looking at 1 hour time frame, and of course, trade type will be a pending order. That's buy limit. Buy pending order. Buy limit. Of course, the price will be what? Who remember the price? 156.88.7. That's 0.0. That's for buy limit. What about TP? 16.114.0. TP 16.114.0. Stop loss 156.38.0. 156.38.0. Now, I've given you guys 3 trades right now. 1 is a limit order, 2 were instant executions. Okay, so are you ready to continue the class? Victor is waiting in line. Yes. Okay, so Victor, are you there? Victor, come in. Are you there? Hello, Victor. Is he listening? He should say he's there. Let me just hear him say yes. Is he saying so? Are you hearing him? Is Victor there? Traders, I want Victor to continue this class. I'm going to pass the class across to him. I hope he's hearing me, though. I hope so. Is he there? Victor, are you there? Do you want to come in? Victor, I need a response from you. People are waiting to hear that you are ready to continue this class. You can unmute your mic. You're also a host. You can unmute your mic and say it so that I can hear that you are actually ready to take the class. Are you there? Okay, while I wait for Victor, let me see if I can check on some other instruments that I can give you guys for free. Let me just quickly go to say US 100, same thing, D30. What about gold? Yeah, I promise you guys gold. Okay, so gold. Well, if I must take this gold, I might want to look at some indicators. Okay, like so. No, not yet. Like so. Okay, I think let me just give you my perspective on gold. Okay, you might want to do buy stop, you might want to do buy when the price gets to that place, but I think there's a trade setup on gold right now that you can look at. Okay, so let's look at this horizontal line that I'm going to drop here on top. Okay, let me just share the screen. Sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at gold right now. Hope all of you can see it. Gold price is currently trading around or between the moving average 21 and 50. Now, what this means is that previously, that's of recent, that we can see based on arrangement of candles, we can see this part. Okay, I'm just going to click on the SAT shape and rectangle, and I'm going to pick this part. I just want us to look at this part, what happened here. Okay, so let's look at this event that happened here. We have seen arrangement of candles inside these flops. While I might want to also change the color of this particular rectangle to something that you can see, maybe a green or kind of like a long green. Okay, so that all of us can see it better. Yeah. So we see arrangement of candles inside this long green box or rectangle. Now, based on this arrangement, and of course, based on what we can see, we see that the moving average red, that's 21, which is the faster one, has crossed above the black one. Now, based on this strategy, we can only buy when the price returned to the moving average. That's especially the 21. And we see that happen right here. Okay. So after this event, for us to actually place that buy, for us to be sure that the price really wants to go up, if it will go up, then it must go back and break above this rectangle. And that's why we put this horizontal line, 1944.03. We can just do 1944. Okay. So let's do another trade. Let me just share that part. Okay, so I'm going to just come here. Gold. Oh, sorry. Let me just go back. So that's our fourth trade for today. Gold. Okay. Yes. It's 50. Gold. Okay. Reason. Can I say reason for taking trade? Because we're not taking it yet. Looking to buy. Good, looking to buy. When price close above, I'm going to get that price for you. Hold on. When price close above 1944.03. 1944.03. Today. Yes, I know. I'm still writing. I will still show everybody on the chat. Okay. Reason. Reason is simple. MA21 is now greater than MA50. Price bouncing right now between the two MAs. Okay, and that's another reason we want to buy. And of course, we only need reason. So note. As long as MA21 remains above MA50, if price close above 1944.03, it's a buy. See this execution. Then now this is 1 hour. Please note today on H1. So we're looking at H1, very important for you to note. So these are the reasons why we want to place a trade on gold. Now, gold, in fact, of all the trade we have taken today, gold present us one of the best signals that we can work with today. So all I need you to do is I'm going to go back to chat so that I can reason with me. What I need to do is to keep a watch, keep a tab on gold, and be watching. Whether you're using phone or laptop, it doesn't matter. Just keep this tab and continue to watch this gold. If it closes above this 1944, as long as this red remain above this black, you can place an instant buy. Now, I've met a client, okay, that have been in our classes that told me that he normally do buy stop above this level. So if you're a fan of buy stops, okay, you might want to do buy stop above this level. I'm going to show you that level. Okay, let me just see if I can copy this one and use it to show you what I mean. Let me just double click here, and I hope Victor is ready. I hope so, to continue the class. Is he ready? Ask him. I just need him to give me a feedback that he's there. He said it on comments. He can speak now. He can mute his mic and say it. I actually wanted to hear him say it. Please tell him to say it so that clients can hear that he's there. Okay, so if price closer, you see that tiny rectangle, that tiny green, that something there. If you are a fan of buy stop, you might want to do buy stop above that level. It's a good one, but I'm not a fan of stop orders. I prefer actually limit orders and of course instant. So this way I'm going to drop it for Victor to continue this class. Why not? Okay, so if it is that, then let me see if I can just enable him. All right, so Victor, go ahead and unmute yourself now and see if you can talk to me. Victor, are you there?